All right, let's bring this thing home. Number 7, Texas Tech goes to Morgantown to try and close out this dream season of theirs against West Virginia. They are 24.5-point favorites. I tend to think Tech covers. West Virginia is not there yet, although I do like Scotty Fox a lot, and I do think that Rich Rod is going to have them back up and running here very soon. Any hot takes on this game, gentlemen?
It should be straightforward, I think. Clear cut, dry.
It's the number 1 running defense in America by far against a madman who just wants to run. So maybe a couple of big plays. I mean, it'd be cool to see Rich Rod punch a couple of holes in this Texas Tech defense. Has been boring for them lately.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm also curious to see if we might have the first ever true freshman quarterback fist fight his own coach. Because Scotty Fox, I like Scotty Fox. I think he makes quick decisions. I think he runs his system well. But the fact that he's already barked back at Rich Rod and knowing that he's a freshman, I'm like, are you going to survive 4 years of this? No way in hell. So I'm
There he is.
I'll probably tune into this game just to see if we got a little backyard brawl on the sideline in Morgantown.
Did Pat White ever fight him?
Not to my knowledge.
Probably should have in the. Well, we won't get into that, but they came pretty close to a national title run, and I'd imagine I think Pat White's like done stuff with West Virginia since then. I know they got Steve Slayton on the staff. I think they're trying to bring the whole band back together. So I don't know. I think Rich Rod's probably one of those guys that's fine when he's not blowing off steam, but you got to let him blow off steam so he will continue to be fine. But his sideline anger, now that they don't have a bowl on the line, maybe he'll be relaxed. But that is a man who turns every single shade of red I've ever seen throughout the course of a game.
The last thing I'll say about this game is let's get Jacob Rodriguez to New York. Let's freaking get him to New York. I know that they're never going to give a defensive player a Heisman, although they should have given it to Ndamukong Suh all those years ago. But he deserves. I mean, they're only going to give it to quarterbacks. Fine, he deserves to at least be at the ceremony. Let's get Jacob Rodriguez to the ceremony. That's my appeal.
Do you? Any of y'all know where he got his start?
I know this. Virginia, right?
Yeah, weird.
Quarterback at Virginia. Yeah,
very weird. But
there's a lot of, at least from a TCU fan perspective, there's a lot of former quarterbacks that make excellent linebackers.
Iowa State had one.
Yeah,
Joel Lanning.
TCU had a lot during the Coach P years.
Joel Lanning played almost every single snap of 4 games consecutively. Offense,
I'm glad that Sam Darnold didn't listen to people who were trying to make him do that, though.
Yeah.
That would have been fun, though.
Sam Darnold, the linebacker.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold smokes a dude in the A gap.
What could have been? Southwest Conference rematch. So I guess this is kind of rivalry week adjacent. Kind of. Houston goes to Baylor. Baylor is somehow favored in this game. I have to think Houston. I mean, Houston looked horrible against TCU, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Houston is not that team yet. But I would have to think that Houston wins this game. Baylor's looked so bad. Am I totally off base, y'all?
Dave Aranda is probably in vacation mode, knowing that he has secured at least one more year of his job.
Yeah, he has.
So good for you, Baylor, for making sure that you don't throw a brand new AD straight into a hiring fire, especially in this market. I'm so proud of you. But can we also go like one season without any type of sexual allegations, please, for the love of freaking God? Like, why are you not normal?
Yeah. Speaking of which, y'all saw Art Briles has a job again.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Is that what we're supposed to say?
In New Mexico.
Woo!
I hope
He's
you
come
enjoy...
back to the promised land after whooping on a whole bunch of Europeans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's banished by not having a job or banished to the deserts of eastern New Mexico?
Yeah.
Which one? I don't know. So the Dave
Which
Aranda
one
thing,
pays more?
I got a question on Dave Aranda. What side of the ball is he supposed to be responsible for?
He's not.
Well, he's a defensive guy.
He's a defensive guy, but Baylor has specifically said that he is supposed to act like the CEO and the general manager of the team, where he is supposed to be the players coach, and the OC and the DC are specifically the ones that are supposed to do the play calling and the game planning. He is not supposed to oversee that anymore. Why they did this, I don't know, but that would explain a lot.
They are 123rd in points given up and 123rd in rush yards allowed.
That is some Iowa Hawkeye numbers.
Jeez.
10, 15 years ago, that you couldn't even be 123rd.
Yeah.
Like that. This is it's infuriating because he, they have failed the offense 2 years in a row. They completely on one side of the ball that he excelled at to the point of being promoted past his last line of competency, I guess. It doesn't make sense to me, and it feels like they opted out of the cycle for the same reason that Florida State and Wisconsin have. But you're asking for what? To be the first to fire him next year, 4 weeks in?
Yeah.
You're digging a hole further, hoping that you find gold at the bottom of that hole.
Mm-hmm.
I think normalize, I don't know what you're saving on a buyout here, but like normalize what Stanford did this year. Normalize if you don't like the market, bring somebody in for a year, because you could fill it out of the portal, and maybe you find an assistant that is good to give the job to or something like that. But like, I look at what Stanford did this year, and I see how bad the market is for a lot of the teams that fired their coach. And I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
Go get Todd Graham off TCU staff and have him yell at people for 12 months and then turn it over to somebody else.
Yeah, I always forget that he's on our staff, honestly.
Probably a good thing. Probably a good thing he's not making noise.
Maybe I think people need to get yelled at.
That might
more.
be the bad thing. That might be wrong.
I think he's not yelling at people enough. I think we need to let Todd Graham do some more yelling.
Maybe he needs to go yell at Sonny Dykes a little bit.
Yeah. That make this real interesting.
I would love to go back to the West Virginia staff that had Rich Rod and Todd Graham on it.
Oh, a whole lot of.
I don't think they liked each other, and probably no one liked that. I bet it was a pretty nasty place to play football.
Yeah.
So, are y'all picking Houston as well? Because I don't know why Houston's not favored in this game.
I think so, especially because they used the Connor Weigman as like let's risk his future health to get a couple more wins this year.
Yeah,
they went the Georgia Tech route, and it works.
Yeah,
it works. If you're a quarterback, like Jacksonville State's got a quarterback right now that all he does is run into people. Like
Almost
there's gonna be money for you, because if you can get somebody that would have been a 5-win team to 8 wins, that might be the move.
Yeah, and this would, if they beat Baylor, they'll have a 9-win season.
You could also then go into insurance and then have all the fans, and you can be like, hey, I'm an Allstate agent, and then boom, instant moneymaker. It's a pyramid scheme.
All right. So another game that, man, just how bad could this get? UCF at BYU. I think BYU covers this easy. By the way, this is our first game, not at 11 a.m. on Saturday. It's at noon Central Time. I think BYU makes a statement in this game. I mean, they're trying to do their dangest for playoff consideration. Hope they can get some. What do y'all think?
I went to a play once that portrayed people from Provo as being overly obsessed with the city of Orlando. So I think maybe the only distraction that could possibly exist for BYU in this game is to be hosting a bunch of people who get to live in that city. Maybe they're starstruck. Maybe they lose themselves a bit. But no, this is gonna be bad, and I don't think BYU's all that good of a team. That's a weird thing to say. BYU is exactly what they needed to be to get to this point. They give the ball to LJ Martin behind an offensive line that's 6'4", 315, and their quarterback, too young to know to protect himself and doesn't turn the ball over in the passing game. So,
well, they got a dang good defense too.
Yeah, they do. And I really, really like the entire OC DC head coach pairing. And when you look at their OC and DC, like they don't really have a coaching life out of the state of Utah. So the threat of them leaving is kind of at an all-time low for either one of them to get maybe where they ultimately want to go with their coaching career. You'd have to have maybe Sataki leave to go, somewhere else. But you look at him dancing before games and having fun and lecturing people on being kind in the rivalry game, which is like the biggest knife in the back to Utah ever. Saying like, hey, let's treat you. They're going through it right now. Let's treat them. Let's do what the scriptures say, and treat them with charity. Just killing them with kindness. I don't know. Their whole setup is fantastic this year, and they're doing it after losing a receiver that they wouldn't have lost outside of the NIL era to Miami. And what's cool is they might have an opportunity to go get some revenge. Yeah. Might see a BYU Miami game. Fun BYU fact: they have 3 top 10 wins at home ever in the history of the school. Oh. They had one in 2023, and I want to say that was a Baylor team that ultimately finished 6-7. But the last one before that was 1990, and that was against Miami in Provo. And the middle linebacker for that BYU team, Sam Levitt's dad.
My God. Everything is coming full circle with Sam Levitt.
I was rewatching the U the other night, and they mentioned that BYU game in 1990. And it just like the very thought of those Jimmy Johnson Miami teams being in Provo, Utah is just
it's incredible.
Hilarious. Just being in that city. They were still out of their element.
This is not the snow we're used to.
The funny part is like they always made like the Notre Dame like Catholics versus convicts, but like they never made the Mormons versus convicts shirts. Yeah, like they should have done that one too.
When I found out how much it costs to go to University of Miami, I quit. That Catholic versus convicts thing is ridiculous. That's a $100,000 school.
Yeah. Yeah. The identity of the football program is not quite the same as the identity of the school.
But if you good at foosball, you good at Miami.
Yeah.
Every single one of those guys that played for Miami is like incredibly articulate and well-spoken, well into their 50s, doing media. The Rock's the biggest movie star on the planet. Like we're really going to pretend like all those people were unintelligent. Like they really sold us a bill of goods on that.
They knew. Yeah, they knew shit. I mean, even look at Ed Reed. Like Ed Reed is like freaking hilarious when you give him the opportunity. I also find it hilarious that Miami has not been this successful in athletics since Nevin Shapiro got found out about his Ponzi scheme. Just saying. Coincidence? We think that it's another Ponzi scheme that they're good? Time will tell. Especially since Nevin Shapiro's out of jail.
All right, let's bring it home, y'all. This show, I've kept y'all a long time. The Conference USA rivals. Big East rivals, dare I say. At 2:30, Cincinnati at TCU. The Frogs are favored 4.5 points. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I mean, like, honestly, we probably
something that we don't know.
Well, listen, I think that Don Corleone is liable to have a field day against our offensive line. We can't pass protect worth a crap. And Sorsby is excellent quarterback. I think that he could pick us apart. But of course, too, we could fart around and win this game. I really don't know what to think. I tend to believe that we will lose, but I need y'all's third-party perspective.
I've lost faith in Cincinnati. The fact that I ever got tricked into having faith in Cincinnati is insane. I'm a huge Brendan Sorsby fan. I always have been. I think Satterfield is maybe the worst thing that could have happened to Cincinnati was being above average this year. Yeah, I mean, I had they really blew it. They really blew it. And, it's Brendan Sorsby and the power of friendship over there. And they got to play on the road. And, they're gassing out. I'm on TCU in this one.
I will say I would be shocked if this is a hostile environment because you're going to have a lot of students gone for Thanksgiving break. Already the last home game against Iowa State, the student section was the worst I've seen in several years.
Interesting.
People there. Listen, here's the biggest problem too with the Sonny Dykes era is apathy is setting in among the fan base. Okay, people are beyond getting upset and they're just kind of like, I don't care, right? Which is a very, very bad place to be, in my opinion. So Cincinnati's not going to have. They're not going to be walking into a hostile environment. I'll be there. Dishfish will be there, but I don't know how many of our friends will be there.
The most passion I've seen from anybody in the TCU orbit this year is the Arizona Cardinals coach when he punched Amari DiMarcado in the stomach.
Man, there's a lot of that going around. Trey Merrick punched Jawan Jennings in the dick last night. I don't know if y'all saw that.
That was low-key actually hilarious, though.
Yeah.
And then they started a fist fight afterwards.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, oh, what caused it? And I was like, really? You guys didn't see him literally get nut shot? Like,
It's like, why did you do that?
You can't even say that was accidental. You knew what he was doing.
No, he literally, like, there's no.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a cup check.
Yeah, I don't know.
And apparently, Jawan Jennings did not have his cup.
No. Brownie, what do you think about this game? Are the Frogs winning this game? Are we getting more of the same from this coaching staff next year?
Oh, man. Yes, I think TCU does have the ability to win this game.
Well, we got the ability to win every game. Do we have the competency to win this game?
Depends. Does Sonny Dykes start singing "Living on a Prayer" halfway through, like at halftime? Just saying that you guys are halfway there.
Maybe the only person, by the way, in the history of America to need to read the lyrics to that song when singing it.
Yeah.
To the chorus. I mean, you didn't know.
Yeah, you guys used to have a coach that was very proficient in music.
Yes.
What happened?
Yeah. Well,
Culture took a shit.
You asked an intriguing question.
Where is he with his Takamine guitar? What's he up to right now?
Well, he's retired. Actually, what he's doing, he's on the Locked On Big 12 show. Actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's been guest starring with Drake, Toll, and those guys. Maybe Coach B, I know you watch the show. So stop by sometime. Swing by the good Big 12 show.
Wait, they don't have a theme song that he didn't write, do they?
I don't.
Oh, they have just the regular Locked On, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah.
I would love to have Coach P on here.
Yeah.
That would actually be a fun time.
I texted him about it the other day, and he,
Then I can give him shit about scoring one touchdown when 3/4 of our stadium was still at the concession stand.
Well, that'll be a good way for him to never come back. So.
Coach B, I have no regrets. No regrets. That's my credo.
Well, Dishfish is not confident. Yeah,
Dishfish is never confident. You guys could literally be 11-0 and have the number one offense and defense, and he will still pick the opposing team.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like we're gonna lose. We could win. This is the kind of analysis you come here for, right? Again, my frustration is the same that it was before this Houston game. If it's I don't know that it's in our best interest to finish this season strong and then make zero changes when this has been such an incredibly frustrating season for the third season in a row. Undisciplined, mistake prone, not physical, not playing with a chip on our shoulder, all of the things that make TCU, right? And Sonny Dykes said himself going into this year, if we're not competing for a Big 12 championship, this is a disappointing season. Well, there you go. Here you are. I don't know. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. Probably just because we need to lose this game, we'll win it.
But there is an option. You can always fire Sonny Dykes and then get 9 straight years of an average of the 91st best offense in college football under the one and only Justin Wilcox. And you can do it with 4 NFL level quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You always be afraid of what's behind door number 2.
That's true. Yeah.
Door number 2 would be Art Briles, probably.
Oh,
Because TCU likes
Let's
to
see how he
hire
does.
Baylor fans.
Don't.
What if Eastern New Mexico wins a D2 championship next year?
Oh my God! I think I would actually lose
somebody's
it.
going to take that bait, and it's probably going to be like Ole Miss or friggin' Florida. Somebody. Well, it was a different time.
Is Art Briles? Where did Art Briles?
We all had
actually grow
iPhone
up?
4s.
He also.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There's some people felt differently about rape back then. Times have changed,
Times have changed. I don't even have to sweep that under the rug anymore. We got the wokeness now.
Yeah, I'm alive. Well, there you go. That's a good hour and a half show for you folks out there, you beautiful people. Gentlemen, remind the folks where they can find you.
Unafraid Show on YouTube with George Reister.
Check it out.
Yeah, don't follow me on Twitter. Not this week. I'm not going to be behaving.
Oh man!
Now I'm just gonna need to go through my feed again. You can find me at WRNL Brownie, both Blue Sky and X. Follow the main channel, Wide Right Natty Light, also on X. Join our Discord. I know football season is kind of wrapping up, but we have some serious conspiracy theories for basketball going on right now too. So.
Yep. And please subscribe to the show. I told y'all, 13 folks. I need 13 of you to subscribe to the show to get us to 1,000. That's going to be the biggest
12
Christmas gift. 12?
12. I'm on board now.
I need 12 of you because Ralph is on board. Heck yeah, Ralph. Okay, Big 12 Voice of College Football. Follow me on Twitter, @Clint_Foster55. Follow the Voice of College Football on all of your social media channels. Check out my YouTube channel at Clint Foster Creations. And check out thevoiceofcollegefootball.com for the store. So until next week, let me wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you eat all the turkey and all the stuffing and all the things. Until next Tuesday, I hope your team wins. I love you, and go Big 12. We'll see you around, y'all.